Christina, there's something wrong with your mic, I know.
Dr. Halverson is going to be a few minutes late.
But we're still waiting for Dr.
Helen and Dr. Halverson were the two.
Okay. So we're really still waiting for Dr. Helen, who, because John's going to be a little bit late. How long?
Should we wait a few minutes or should we start?
I think we should start.
Okay. Then we will call the September 9th Board of Health Finance Committee meeting to order at 5:40 p.m. Do we have approval of the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
We're all in favor?
Aye.
Next we go on to the financial statements, but it looks like a slew of them, A, B, C, and D, are all deferred. We have the bank recs,
Mitch,
which start on page 2.
yeah, so they're for August, so yeah, we got them.
Anything that we need to have highlighted, Jim?
Well, the general account is deferred. I actually had, I just got an email. We had one of our telecheck deposits that it was quote unquote negotiated at Chase Bank where we don't have an account. So I don't know if there's some kind of a hack going on or what, but it's just between that and a few other items just kind of made it messy. So I've been working on that rather than produce the reconciliation, but I'll have it for the board meeting with the reconciling items. But this is new territory here. I didn't realize, I had trouble with trying to find some of these checks. So, and it's rather a cumbersome operation because when they present checks here at the window for the environmental health or at the clinic or at Vital Records, they're submitted in 3 different batches, but they end up combining some of these items. So we're trying to, verify deposits kind of by elimination of error. So it's kind of difficult, but so, we're most of the way through it, but the other ones are pretty much standard for the month. So.
You love challenges, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Any other things to highlight? Any other things to highlight?
No, that's essentially about it. So.
Okay.
The Illinois fund, that ePay fund, is going up nicely.
Yeah. We haven't taken any drawdowns from that, but the interest rates on that have plummeted. So the earnings aren't anywhere near what they were before. So I guess that's the financial market we're in right now. There's almost 0% interest.
Oh.
Right? All right. Well,
yeah, and everything balances to the accounts.
Right.
Okay. That's the bank reconciliation.
so that's the bank's reconciliation. You got it. Revenue and expenditure reports for August are deferred. The public health emergency reserve minimum graph is deferred, and accounts receivable are deferred.
Okay.
That brings us to number 3. the major expenditure requests, which is on page 11. Everybody there?
Yep.
All right. We have vital records, the IDPH. It's the fee for the electronic filing of death certificates for July. It is in the amount of $7,652.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. 3B is for environmental health, Winnebago County. Soil borings for $3,600.
Move acceptance.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, number 3C is for environmental health, public health and safety, Inc., lead-based contractor training in the amount of $23,542.
This is for training at several different levels. It's all funded by the HUD grant. Since it's not in excess of 25,000, we don't have to go through bid, but it's for all different levels to have our supervision and lead abatement contractors approved under Section 3 for HUD, which is a certain economic demographic that HUD wants to target with their funds. And there's various trainings throughout the year, and Todd wanted to have these available to do when the training is available. Otherwise, sometimes you have to you're forced to go out of town, which is cost prohibitive and difficult with the travel with COVID. Because I think one of the issues is last year they were contemplating going to Fort Lauderdale, but obviously that's not going to be available. So
I
so
can't imagine that.
yeah. So anyways, but that's why it is rather large, but it's a number of different trainings that HUD requires. So we have approved Section 3 contractors.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, passed. Okay, that gets us through the major expenditures. Now we go to page 42, the proposed contracts and agreements. Everybody there? Because you're frozen on my screen, sorry.
Yes.
I hope it makes us go backward in time and look younger. There we go.
Okay, number 4A, HPW substance abuse prevention for Harlem Middle School. It's the engagement in schools for evidence-based substance abuse prevention and participation in the Illinois Youth Survey. There's no dollar amount associated with this contract.
And this is new because, Sandra?
It's actually every year you have to renew it, right? It's a new agreement every year for their participation in Illinois Youth Survey.
Okay. Move approval.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that one passes. The next is the same thing. This one is for Barber Middle School. There's no dollar amount associated with this agreement.
Move approval.
Aye. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And then the third one is HPW for CMS, purpose of providing for the payment of the cost of obtaining and administering the influenza vaccine. There's no cost associated with this.
Right, and it's actually reimbursement for cost of administering flu vaccine to the state of Illinois. These are the state of Illinois employees. So we actually provide vaccination and they reimburse us for their employee vaccination. And it's Central Management Services is what CMS stands for. So it's Illinois Central Management Services. And it's based on the individuals that we vaccinate. So, and they pay us at the rate. And this is an annual contract. Actually, it's a renewal. We've had the agreement, so this is an extension of an additional year.
Move to approve, but just for the sake of information, are we reimbursed with a minor profit or is it strictly at cost?
And I will have to get that for you because I believe that it is,
I think in the past, it's been like a nominal profit. It depends on
yes.
what I think the more expensive dose though might not have been, but for a certain population, but that's my recollection.
As I said, just curious.
Yeah.
And it actually is cost because we have to identify what the cost of the vaccine is. Actually, it's a pass through. We get the administrative fee on it.
Oh, all right, okay.
Right, so it's a pass through on the vaccine because it's a cost-based reimbursement. They have maximum capacity. It's usually Medicaid rate, which is pretty much what we pay for in the government purchasing program for vaccine. And then it's the administration fee.
Thank you,
Second,
thank you.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Any opposed? Okay, 4D is Winnebago County. It's the building lease for 555 North Court, Suite 301 for the contact tracing services. No dollar amount associated with this lease.
Well, yeah, the contract is, a rough draft is included in your paperwork. That it's all funded by the contact tracing grant. It's for the 7,505 square feet that's on third floor. And what I did is I took a renewal that Charlotte had drafted, the state's attorney for Rockford Human Services, which they didn't renew, but so my intention is I just kind of highlighted in yellow where I changed the party's name. I changed the number of parking spaces, put in the applicable rates that are tied to the grant, a term of 1 year. And so with your approval, I would go ahead and forward this with an accompanying Word document. So Charlotte would have something, just to pick up on. And the only thing that really lacks is that, a continuation of a month to month once the 1 year term ends. But all the funding that this original contract is for has been provided through the grant.
And this is to memorialize the agreement for us to be able to document back on the COVID contact tracing grant, the expenditure funds related to the line item for the rent and the parking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Move to approve.
Second,
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. The contracts and agreements portion is complete. Do we need an executive session?
No, you do not.
Oh, okay. Any additions?
Just a quick question to say, anything emerging in terms of the budget and how it's working its way through the county at this point?
I got notification today that for both the health fund and the building fund that they're okay with it and laying it over for the board meeting. And there were essentially no changes, but in kind of, in terms of how the money flows, they eliminated our requirement to pay or as an expenditure out of the health fund for the debt service, because that's been done through a separate debt service fund for the last 2 years. So all the numbers that we had discussed are essentially on plan, and they're okay to go ahead with it at the committee level.
Right. And so, I keep coming back to you probably hear about, budget bait discussion. The finance committee meeting was scheduled for tonight, wasn't it, Angie? It's been canceled.
Tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow night was canceled already. We just got notice. But, when we see it kind of going through that's what they're putting through. There's been discussion about, cuts across. Remember, again, on the tax part, we are continuing to monitor and hold that. So that there's clear understanding, even with the new county administrator, that the tax, levy cannot be cut as is associated with the health department.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else?
That's it for today. That's why so kind of the Zoom makes it pretty easy. Then you don't have to drive in for a short meeting, but we do appreciate it because it keeps the board meeting moving pretty quickly. Then, especially if we get some other. I know we have another agreement that'll come through for Crusader on something that they just kind of came through today, but we don't expect any major expenditures.
I really appreciated at the board meeting how Jamie, how you group them. We got back to what we were doing, a while back, of actually saying if the finance committee has gone over it, blah, 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 blah. And you moved us through it, really quickly. And I really appreciated that. So thank you.
Thank you. I suppose I should also tell you that this will be my last finance committee meeting, and Tuesday will be my last board meeting.
Oh,
Whoa.
It's only because I'm moving out of the state.
where? Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm moving up towards La Crosse, just about 30 miles east of La Crosse.
Okay.
And what are you going to do up there?
I'm going to work for a company up there, basically, and be the liaison between their corporate headquarters and their stores. It's kind of the job, like what I've been used to doing at the restaurant. So, I'm gonna do accounting and implementations of processes and procedures, and just different kind of challenging stuff.
You said you were interested for a new adventure. So have you got your place on the market? Got a new place all picked out?
Yeah, I'm not selling my house. I'm renting it for a year to a friend. They were fortunate to be able to sell their house. So I'm gonna do that and then sell it in next year. But yep, I'm halfway moved. I just gotta come and get the big stuff now.
Wow.
Congratulations. That's very
Thank
exciting.
you.
Cannot tell you how much you have added to the board in your
Thank
tenure.
you.
You have been just sterling, in how you participated and how you've led, and taken over from John, in terms of finance. Just can't compliment you enough.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We will miss you incredibly.
I'm gonna miss you guys too. If only I wasn't moving out, I would stay, but
You can always zoom in to watch.
you know what? I may do that.
Just when she kicks back and she thinks, wow, I'm missing a finance committee meeting tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, we really are going to miss her. And I know from even bringing her on as part of the kind of the group was a board member that was also part of the regulated industry. I mean, that was, has contributed not only from the finance committee perspective, but I know to our working group as well. So double, I said double trouble we're going to be missing, but double, really.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You're very kind.
One of my memories of is meeting you, back when you were first coming on the board and I
Yeah.
was president and we were doing sort of a board orientation kind
Yeah.
of time. And you just picked up things so quickly. It was wonderful. We would hope that
Thanks.
all board members, would pick up the way that you did. So just again, my personal thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And of course,
Yeah.
if you've got a nice view, we'll be up to visit you shortly.
You up?
We'll be up to visit you shortly.
Oh, come on. It's beautiful up there. It's so nice. And they have like only one case of coronavirus in their county.
We're working toward that goal. I think
Yeah.
we're trying to get back down to one.
Right?
Oh.
Well, but I'll still be there Tuesday, so you can't get rid of me quite yet.
Okay.
All right.
Now we've got time to figure out how to hold on to you, right?
Yeah, right. You could call my uncle. I'm sure he's got a list of ways you could add to.
None of them are convincing though, correct?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh.
Well, it's hard. I mean, like this whole changeover with the Hard Rock thing and all that. I mean, it's just a different world here. So if everything's going to change, I might as well just take an adventure.
Well, you did say, I remember you talking when we were talking about about the discussion on the casino that you were ready for a different adventure. And so
Yep.
I know it's bittersweet. We're, certainly going to miss you, but we're certainly excited for you. I know that.
Thank you. All right. Well, now I broke that news. Any other fun new additions?
No, a lot colder than we thought.
Yeah, no kidding.
What happened? All right. So we'll be looking forward to seeing everyone on Tuesday night. It just is a little COVID update. We've got the schools, every school is back in offering some in person, and they have kept us all jumping. But they are all weathering through it, I'm going to say. And so it's been seeing some of the pictures and some of the feeds they're showing us the kids coming in with their masks and how excited they were as kindergartners to come in for their first day of school. And we may be jaded and think about, oh my gosh, it's not very much fun. And they're still thinking it's great. So sometimes those adventures and challenges put a different spin on the whole thing.
That's for sure.
Children love something new and challenging every day. So this is going to be a whole new experience for them, and they can run around and play cowboys and Indians with their mask on and just enjoy and have fun.
And so any of you board members that want to help us write the trick or treat guidance for communities, please sign on, because, there are already many questions about if we're going to be trick or treating. So there you go. As we said, what to look forward to in the fall, trick or treating for the kiddies.
All right, I'll let you know Tuesday because I'm intrigued by that.
In my neighborhood, I haven't been getting trick-or-treaters, but perhaps more of them will be going for trunk type of trick-or-treating with different organizations. And probably that's what we should be really concentrating on.
Well, that may be more dangerous.
I laughed. Someone said they said something about the kids and getting candy from strangers. I said, well, just like our mothers told us, wash your hands before you eat it. Did it ever stop us? No.
But we were kids.
Sandra, question on this. Now, are we live right now?
Yes, we are. We have not adjourned, so.
Okay, why don't we adjourn and then I have a couple questions.
Okay.
And is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to be adjourned.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. We are adjourned.
Hold on still.
We're still live.